Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today we are going to take a real close look at Ford Motor to see what's been driving its stock performance lately. We've got some technical analysis, some market trends, some recent news, and it looks like Ford's stock has been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride recently, especially this past week.
Well, that's a great observation, and it's really interesting because Ford's performance really mirrors the broader market volatility we've been seeing lately. To understand what's happening with Ford, I think it's important to first step back and look at the big picture. The Dow, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq have all been facing headwinds, and there are some concerns about how President Trump's tariff policies might impact global trade. So this uncertainty is definitely weighing on investor sentiment right now.
Yeah, and within this environment of uncertainty, Ford stock has been trading near the lower end of its 52-week range, around $10 to $11 a share as of March 8th, 2025. And that's a pretty significant drop from its 52-week high of 15.20 back in mid-2024. So we can see that Ford is definitely feeling the pressure. Now, one of the most striking things about Ford's recent performance is the contrast we see between its electric vehicle segment and its traditional gas-powered vehicle business.
Right. On the one hand, Ford's EV segment reported a loss of $5.1 billion in 2024, and projections suggest that those losses could climb even higher to $5.5 billion in 2025. So that's a significant challenge for Ford as they try to make inroads in the EV market. That market's growing so rapidly.
But on the other hand, and this is where things get really interesting, despite these struggles in the EV space, Ford exceeded analysts' expectations for its Q4 2024 earnings. And this was largely driven by strong sales of their traditional vehicles, particularly their F-150 trucks. It seems like they're dealing with two very different realities within the same company.
Yeah, it's a key point. It raises questions about Ford's ability to manage this transition to electric vehicles while still leveraging its strengths in the traditional automobile market. It's like they're walking a tightrope between the present and the future.
And to complicate matters even further, we have to consider the impact of President Trump's tariff policies. If you recall, when the tariffs went into effect on March 4th, Ford's stock price took a sharp dip.
The market definitely reacted negatively to that initial implementation of these tariffs, and Ford, being a major American manufacturer, was right in the crosshairs. However, we did see a little bit of a rebound in Ford's stock price when the tariffs on vehicles built in North America were delayed until April. This rally really demonstrates just how sensitive Ford's stock is to these policy shifts and how much uncertainty they are injecting into the market.
Speaking of sensitive, let's take a look at Ford's February sales data. Overall, there was a year-over-year decrease in sales, primarily due to weaker performance in the gas-powered vehicle segment. However, there's a little bit of a silver lining here because sales of Ford's electrified vehicles, which include both EVs and hybrids, actually increased.
This increase in sales of electrified vehicles hints at a potential opportunity for Ford. While their all-electric segment is facing headwinds, their hybrid models might offer a middle ground for consumers who are not quite ready to commit to a fully electric vehicle, but are still looking for more fuel-efficient options. It's possible this could be a key area of growth for them.
Absolutely. And we also need to consider the strategic moves that Ford has been making internally. For instance, CEO Jim Farley has initiated a cost-cutting plan that includes cutting stock bonuses for half of their middle managers. That's a pretty significant move, and it suggests that Ford is serious about streamlining its operations and improving profitability.
This move highlights the pressures Ford is facing in terms of costs, especially as they continue to invest heavily in developing their EV technology.
So with all this in mind, is Ford an undervalued opportunity or a risky investment? Some analysts are looking at Ford's price-to-book ratio, which suggests that it could be undervalued.
However, we can't ignore the potential drag on their financials from the losses in the EV segment and the persistent uncertainty surrounding tariff policies. It's a complicated situation, and investors really need to weigh both the potential for growth and the significant risks involved.
It's clear that Ford is at a crossroads. They're trying to balance their long-standing dominance in the traditional vehicle market with the pressing need to adapt to a future that is dominated by electric vehicles.
What's particularly intriguing is Ford's focus on hybrid vehicles. This strategy could provide a crucial bridge for them as the market continues to evolve, and might even give them an edge over competitors who are concentrating solely on fully electric models.
Before we move on to our technical analysis of Ford stock, let's take a closer look at this intriguing hybrid strategy and why it might be so important for Ford's future.
Okay. One of the things that makes Ford's approach so clever is that it targets consumers who may not be ready or able to fully embrace electric vehicles just yet. Many people are hesitant about EVs due to concerns about cost, limited driving range, or the availability of charging stations. By offering hybrid models, Ford can appeal to a wider customer base that includes those looking for increased fuel efficiency and lower emissions without having to fully commit to the EV lifestyle.
That makes a lot of sense. And it's interesting to note that Ford's hybrid sales are actually increasing even as overall car sales are declining. This indicates they have identified a real demand in the market and are positioned to capitalize on it.
It appears they have. Now, in addition to this smart approach with hybrids, CEO Jim Farley's cost-cutting measures are also attracting attention. While cutting stock bonuses for middle management might seem like a drastic move, it sends a strong signal that Ford is serious about controlling costs and improving profitability, especially as they invest in new technologies like electric vehicles.
It certainly does. However, this kind of move also raises questions about its potential impact on employee morale and long-term innovation. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Definitely. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and dive into the technical analysis of Ford's stock. When we look at the chart, we see this interesting wedge pattern forming. Now, wedge pattern occurs when the stock price has been narrowing between two converging trend lines.
For those who aren't familiar with technical chart patterns, could you explain what this wedge pattern could signal for Ford's stock?
Certainly. This pattern often indicates that a breakout is imminent, meaning the price could soon move sharply either upward or downward. So investors need to be prepared for potential volatility in the near future.
So it sounds like we need to pay close attention to these trend lines and see if the price breaks out of this wedge pattern. Are there any other technical indicators we should be watching?
Absolutely. Keep an eye on the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. These are key indicators of a stock's overall trend. Right now, those moving averages are suggesting some potential downward pressure on Ford's stock.
Could you elaborate on what those moving averages are and how they can help us understand the direction of a stock's price?
Of course. Moving averages are essentially lines on a chart that represent the average price of a stock over a specified period. So the 50-day moving average would be the average price over the last 50 days, and the 200-day moving average would be the average price over the last 200 days. Traders use these moving averages to identify trends and potential support or resistance levels. In Ford's case, the fact that the price is currently below these moving averages could be a bearish signal, suggesting that the stock may continue to decline.
I see. So we have this wedge pattern suggesting a potential breakout, and then we have the moving averages indicating possible downward pressure. It seems like Ford's stock is at a pivotal point. Are there any other technical indicators that could give us more insight into the situation?
Yes, there's also the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. This is a momentum indicator that measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought or oversold conditions in the price of a stock or other asset. Currently, the RSI for Ford is giving us mixed signals, so it's essential to watch closely for any confirmation of a bullish or bearish turn.
So what does all this information mean for our listeners who are considering investing in Ford?
Well, the first thing to understand is that Ford is currently in a transitional phase. They are striving to maintain their strong position in the traditional vehicle market while also making substantial investments in the burgeoning electric vehicle market. And this transition, as we've discussed, is proving to be quite costly.
Right. And those EV losses are definitely a concern. How long can they continue to operate with these losses before it significantly impacts their bottom line? That's a question investors need to consider.
Indeed. It's crucial for investors to weigh the potential for future growth in the EV sector against Ford's current profitability from its traditional gas-powered vehicles. Additionally, it's important to stay informed about developments related to those tariffs, as they could have a considerable impact on Ford's production costs and overall financial performance.
So it seems like there's a lot of complexity to consider when evaluating Ford as an investment. But you've highlighted some very important points for our listeners to keep in mind. And perhaps one of the most crucial takeaways is that while Ford faces significant challenges, it also has some interesting opportunities for growth, particularly with its hybrid vehicle strategy.
I agree. That focus on hybrids could be a key differentiator for Ford as the automotive market continues to evolve. It will be fascinating to see if this strategic decision pays off for them in the long run.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've discussed the broader market context, the challenges and opportunities facing Ford, the company's hybrid strategy, and the technical indicators that can help us understand the potential direction of Ford's stock price.
And hopefully, this discussion has provided our listeners with valuable insights and a deeper understanding of the factors at play when it comes to investing in Ford.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a step back and consider the bigger picture. What are your thoughts on Ford's prospects for the future? Do you think they will be able to overcome these challenges and emerge as a leader in the next generation of automobiles?
That's a challenging question. I think Ford has a solid foundation with its established brand recognition, strong manufacturing capabilities, and a demonstrated ability to adapt to changing market conditions. They have weathered storms in the past and emerged stronger.
That's a good point. They do have a long history of resilience.
They do. However, the automotive industry is undergoing a profound transformation right now, and the competition is fierce. The transition to electric vehicles is a major undertaking. And it remains to be seen if Ford's hybrid strategy will be enough to bridge the gap and maintain their market share.
So it sounds like you're cautiously optimistic about Ford's future. You acknowledge their strengths, but also recognize the significant hurdles they need to overcome.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. It will be very interesting to see how they navigate these challenges and whether they can successfully leverage their legacy in the traditional vehicle market to gain a foothold in the new world of electric and hybrid vehicles.
Okay, well, we've provided our listeners with a lot to consider, and we want to emphasize that this is just the beginning of the conversation. We encourage everyone to conduct their own research, explore different viewpoints, and come to their own conclusions about whether or not Ford is a good investment for them.
That's exactly right. Investing is all about carefully evaluating potential rewards and weighing them against the inherent risks. And in Ford's case, there are certainly both to consider.
We've explored many aspects of Ford's current situation today, from the challenges they're facing with EV losses and tariff uncertainties to the potential opportunities presented by their hybrid strategy and their aggressive cost-cutting measures.
And it's crucial to remember that investing is a long game. It's not about making quick profits, but rather about taking a long-term perspective and making informed decisions based on a thorough understanding of the company, the industry, and the broader economic landscape.
We hope this discussion has given you a solid framework for evaluating Ford as a potential investment. It's a fascinating company at a pivotal moment in its history.
The automotive industry is undergoing a dramatic transformation, and Ford's success will depend on its ability to navigate this changing landscape. It will be exciting to watch their progress in the coming months and years.
Well, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Ford Motor. We hope you found this discussion insightful and engaging. We always encourage our listeners to continue exploring, learning, and forming their own opinions.
There's always more to discover in the world of investing, and we're here to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed this episode of Investing Talk podcast, please consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on future discussions about the companies and trends shaping the investment landscape. And be sure to leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on Ford. Do you see it as a promising investment opportunity, or are you more cautious about its future? We'd love to hear your perspective.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.